Welcome to Relationship Marketing Holidays for All. Hi, I'm Sharon Grimm with SendOutCards, and with me is my co-host,
Carol Ward. And I just want to say thank you for coming and watching us today. We are going to really have some fun telling you about SendOutCards and then jumping into how the holidays pertain to everyone.
Yes, and we have an extremely special guest today who happens to be one of our co-hosts, and she is the very own Miss Carol Ward. Yay!
Yay!
So again, thank you so much for joining us, and let's get started.
Absolutely.
The information that we're going to share with you today can change your life, not only financially, but also emotionally. However, there's one little catch there. You actually have to apply the information.
No way.
Present you. Yes, way.
All
right. So this is really cool because SendOutCards is making a positive impact worldwide every single day. And the simple fact is, Carol and I want you to be a part of this.
Yes, we do.
Without changing anything you currently do.
Right.
Pretty cool.
And we're going to give you a quick background on SendOutCards. It was founded in 2003 by Cody Bateman, and our international headquarters are located in Salt Lake City, Utah. And we're a member of the DSA. That is not the Daughters of something something, but it is actually the Direct Sellers Association. And that's a wonderful organization that governs our type of business. So Cody had this dream that he wanted to be able to take the offline brick and mortar foundation of greeting cards and gifts and make it an online click and order foundation. So just like Amazon did for books and Netflix did for movies and iTunes did for music, these $3 billion companies, they've effectively collapsed the inefficiencies in our marketplace, and literally they've made our lives easier. Now, if you're like every other red-blooded American, you probably have gone on Amazon once or twice. I know that it's a regular staple in my life, and that's where I get most of my orders from, like every day. Mm-hmm. And so the simplicity of that is what Cody was going for. And Netflix did the same thing for how you watch movies and TV shows. They actually created the term binge watching because of how simple it is to waste a weekend. And iTunes, well, they've simplified how we buy our music. You simply click on a track, download it, and you can listen before you even know it.
Absolutely. And SendOutCards is doing the same thing, Carol, for greeting cards and gifts. From the comfort of your home, in your office, I don't know, sitting in the mall, waiting for your husband to come out of that store. You can choose a card, put a picture in there, add a gift, and hit send card. And SendOutCards does the rest. Get this, listen. They print it, stuff it, stamp it, mail it. Once I heard that, I was in. I think Carol was in.
Absolutely.
A lot of people were in. That
Absolutely.
it was like having magic little elves take care of it all for you.
It was. And that's just part of that whole digital revolution that we're living in. Mm-hmm. Because did you realize that the largest taxi company owns no taxis?
Uber.
The largest telecom company, they own no lines.
Skype.
And the largest media owner creates no content.
Facebook.
Yeah, we're kind of busy doing that ourselves. The largest movie house owns no cinemas.
Netflix.
And the largest software vendor creates no apps.
Apple and Google.
And the soon-to-be largest greeting card and gifting company has no stores.
SendOutCards.
Absolutely.
SendOutCards is the best relationship and customer appreciation platform in the world. SendOutCards has sent over 140 million greeting cards and 7 million gifts over the past 13 years. Do you know we're the #1 user of the United States Postal Stamp, too?
That's awesome.
Great stuff.
And these cards that we keep talking about can be created right from your desktop.
Or your smartphone. And it doesn't even matter if you're an Android user or an iPhone user. You can send gratitude or a Christmas card for that wherever you are.
Huh. Imagine that. This instant gratification that you get from the phone comes with everything that you do today, because we have been programmed at this point to want everything immediately. So just like doing your Facebook and watching your movies and reading your books and doing your banking, you even do business from your smartphone.
Absolutely. I know I do all day long.
Yeah.
And our CEO, Cody Bateman, talked to some smart people and got some facts.
He
loves to do
talk
that,
to
right?
People.
So he found out that 80% of business follow-up falls into 3 simple categories, and they're right in front of you. It was great to meet you. Thank you so much. And celebrating the possibilities. And they come in 2 different distinct styles, the pearl white and the satin black. This first impression kit is so easy to use after you've met with somebody for the first time. You leave a lasting impression, and they're so tastefully done. We're going to take a quick few minutes to show you that.
We're going to give you a nice little tour of this. This is what the app looks like when it pops up on your phone. And we're going to click on the double envelope at the bottom, because that's our campaigns, and that's what we've done for these cards. So we'll select the First Impressions White New Possibilities card. And once we do that, it pops right into our phone. Beautiful. Simply swipe to the left, and now we have the inside left of the card, which is where we can put in a really personal picture from that meeting that we just had. And pop it right in. SendOutCards takes care of the formatting and the framing. It just looks beautiful with very minimal effort. Now swipe again, and here's where you can put in your personal message. We've already given you a message that you can use if you're having difficulty with the wording, but please go ahead and just customize it and make it whatever words work the best for you. And don't forget to add your signature, because that's a beautiful feature that we have as well, to be able to pop your own signature in there. We're going to swipe again and show you the back of the card, because this is also a part of the total package. You can put your brand back here, and isn't that a beautiful impression? Amazing. The last thing that we have to do is pick our contact, who we're sending it to. So we're going to click on LJ, and it's going to come back and tell us how much it's going to cost and how many points. We simply hit submit, and look what shows up in LJ's mailbox. That's a pretty sweet looking card. So all that we had to do was push the buttons and put in a picture, and now we not only have sent them an amazing first impression, but I think that that's a pretty impressive lasting impression, don't you?
Absolutely, yes. And this card will come about 5 to 7 days after you send it, and it only costs $2 on our best plan. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So speaking of plans and packages, yeah, absolutely. We have our preferred monthly package at 100 points a month for $39 a month. And there's no commitment with that. If you want to pause it or whatever, you can. Or you can just keep on buying points at the best rate ever, 39 cents per point.
Absolutely.
A lot of people during the holidays, this is where they go.
Yeah.
So we have a couple other options: retail package and the pay-as-you-go.
Beautiful.
There.
So along with that, we've talked about the First Impressions campaign, right? So I want to tell you about some of those tools and how you can get those tools yourself. The First Impressions comes with both the marketing bundle and the business bundle. That alone is a $249 value. So as you can see, we've bundled these together so that we can give you a savings. So if you purchase the business bundle for $795, that's almost a $1,400 value. That's a lot of really amazing tools. That's all the tools that we have. And it's really cool to be able to have a multi-user account that you can have an administrator and a number of users that have their own private little databases there. And then we have our sweet spot, which is right in the middle. It's our marketing bundle. That has all of our tools with that one exception of the multi-user account. So for a business, this is just perfect. And that is a $754 value for just $395. And one last package, we have a small savings with this, but it's still a savings. And for $195, you can get the personal bundle, which comes with a few of our tools to get you going. And you can always upgrade later if that's what you choose to do. So just think about it, get back to whoever sent you here, and they can help advise you for what's going to work best for you.
Absolutely. And you may be looking at this and thinking, oh, this is super cool. I got to tell a few people about this.
Okay.
That's where you want to consider becoming a distributor. And you can add $50 onto whatever level customer you're at to do that. However, if you add it on to either a marketing bundle or a business bundle, you get a bonus of the distributor follow-up campaign pack included. That's worth $100 of itself. And we'll just quickly show you what that is. It's got follow-up campaigns for both your customers and your distributors, and it's a 4-card campaign for both. And they're beautiful cards. They're shown here.
Right.
And it's just a great way to, spread knowledge about what the system has to offer.
And welcome them to SendOutCards.
Absolutely.
Because as soon as you get that customer, they sign up, you want to just kick off this campaign and it's automatically going to send it for you. So it's pretty sweet.
It is.
And this is the distributor one that's very similar, but has more distributor-related information. So we have just a few more slides to go through. And while we're doing that, I want you to be thinking about where you're going to fall into one of these 4 categories, because everyone would be one of the 4. You're either a 1 if you're a customer, or you're a 2 if you want to be a referral partner with maybe a self-funding marketing plan. You could be a 3 if you want to work this part-time and earn some money to pay some of those bills that come in on a regular basis. Or you're looking to replace your current income, then you would be an all-in number 4. So listen to the next few slides and think about where you fit into this.
Absolutely. Just going back to the bundles and how you would earn money on that as a distributor. We're just going to focus on the marketing bundle at $395, which is our most popular one. As you sell those, you get a one-time bonus that you can earn up to $335. And those in your downline, you can earn up to $195 for the marketing bundle. Simply double those numbers for the business bundle and have them for the personal bundle. Those are all one-time commissions and one-time costs for the client. So there's more than that.
Yes, there is. So in addition to these one-time bonuses, there's also something that we call residual income. And that's where you're going to earn up to 20% of all of the monthly points that your customers purchase. And along with that, being a distributor, you're also going to be having team members. And as your team members grow and they start adding team members, you'll earn a 2% override on levels 1 through 6, and at level 7, you'll start earning a 5% override. Now that increases as you go up in rank in the company. And so how big is your check going to be? Well, how big is your team going to be?
That's true. Absolutely. So as Carol mentioned before, look at all this information and get back to the person who sent you here and let them know how you'd like to get started. If you want to get started as a 1, a customer, a 2, a referral partner / you want a self-funding marketing campaign, you can talk to them more about that. 3, you just want to pay a few extra bills on the side and work this part-time, awesome. 4, you want to replace your current income. Great. There is no wrong way to get started. You just got to let them know how.
Not at all. So we just want to wrap this portion of our program up by telling you that SendOutCards is poised for massive growth. And we do have international expansion, and millions of people are going to experience SendOutCards and the positive impact that it has over just the next few years. So just think about where you want to be and be part of SendOutCards that will be a worldwide household name.
And we just want to be the first to say, welcome. And join us. So that was the first half of our presentation. Now we have our featured guest speaker, Carol Ward, who's going to tell us all about holidays for all. And I get the esteemed privilege of doing an introduction to Carol. So Carol is based in Westboro, Massachusetts, right here from where we're broadcasting from, with her husband, David, of 35 years. She's a retired IT director and accountant and a graduate of Bryant University in Smithfield, Rhode Island, where she received her Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Accounting. Carol worked in the accounting industry in the beginning of her professional journey, but quickly learned that she had a knack for IT, where she spent the second half of her corporate career.
Much more fun.
Oh, yeah. She's very good at it. You can say she became masterful at creating growth, empowering people, and designing and maintaining systems for maximum efficiency. Carol is an active fundraiser for the Making Strides Breast Cancer Foundation. She works with the Community Harvest Project in Grafton to make sure that the local people all have access to fresh food, and annually is providing over, get this, 900,000 servings of local produce. Woo-hoo, that's awesome.
Yeah.
As if that wasn't enough, she makes sure that all the fundraising events for Find the Cause Breast Cancer Foundation are successful. And I have to say, I have fundraised with this lady, and she's really good at it. Carol also runs a SendOutCards business. Oh, imagine that. And is currently a senior manager with a team of over 45 individuals who are running their own thriving businesses. Her goal is to be able to significantly fund the end of breast cancer. Amen. And feeding underserved families. Awesome. She believes that anyone can live their dreams and is on a mission to make sure that you can too. She takes all of her professional and charitable expertise and puts it to work, making sure that people feel good about themselves and are able to act powerfully in the areas that matter most. So here is the Miss Carol G. Ward.
Thank you, Sharon. That was really a nice intro. I appreciate it, and I appreciate being here and being able to share yet another way that I've been able to impact people with SendOutCards. And I wanted to share with all of you how you can do it and still have that personal touch, even though you may be sending out 600 cards, because honestly, that's about how many cards I send out at the holidays. So I kind of wanted to put together the structure of what it is that I'm going to go through with you, because you need to think about who's in your contact list and what makes them unique and what groups them into different areas. So I use the grouping function within SendOutCards to be able to create a variety of cards that speak to the people that I'm sending it to. So I have family and friends, and that's one card grouping that I send out for the holidays. I have another one for my customers and some of my prospects, and I have my top 10. And then something else that I put in to my repertoire, for lack of a better word, is I looked at the habits of many of these people and what they actually resonate with. And I found that some people just don't want anything to do with the holidays. So I created another group from them. And you'll see how that plays out here in a minute. So it's all about the relationships that you have with these people and being able to honor that and honor it in a way that works for them. So the first card that I wanted to show you is the one that I sent to my very formal people. And it's simply a happy holidays, a nice picture of my tree just popped right in there. Yes, that is my tree. And then a very simple message that says, you're a customer, I appreciate you, and thank you. So that would be what I sent out last year to some of my more formal people. So very simple, but yet impactful, because it's on that nice heavy cardstock and it's just different. It stands out. And you can put anything you want in there for that picture. It's really, really fun to be able to make an impact on people. And so then the next one that I wanted to show you is my traditional Christmas card. This is one that I sent out to basically family and friends and some of the business contacts that I maybe have a little bit closer relationship with. And so this is the front of the card where I just put my husband and I, because that's what it is. It's just the two of us. And believe is something that I totally resonate with. And I think that this season promotes that so incredibly wonderful. And then I put a nice picture on the inside that is an adventure that we had. And I really want to be able to share some of that with people that are close to me. Now, something that you may pick up on is that it says first name. And that's a function that we have in SendOutCards, to be able to put in that disclaimer, for lack of a better word, and that will put in, it's a placeholder, not a disclaimer, but a placeholder. So then as this card is printed, it's going to print with that contact's first name. And that makes this so much more personal, and it just has that warmer feeling. And then, as you can see, the back of the card I created was my house logo. I have my own personal logo, but I have a house logo. I know not everybody does. My sisters named it that many years ago when they stayed here on a regular basis. And that's a sign that I have on the front of my house. So I just kind of holidays it and put it together. And to me, that works. So that's my traditional one for family and friends. And then I wanted to go and send one to my customers and some of my prospects. And in SendOutCards, you hear a lot about beach money. And I like to spend a lot of time on a beach. So I figured, what better way to honor that than putting together a card that was some of the beaches that I had visited that year. And a simple message once again, and then a tiny picture of my husband and I, same one that's on the other card, but just a smaller version of it in the corner. And because I used this black template, I wanted to also create a black back of the card to make it uniform. Mm-hmm. Very simple to do. So I just put it together, and as you can see, it just looks like it all flows well. Still wanted it to have that family feeling to it, even though it's my customers, but I thought it would work pretty well. So then I had those people who really don't want to deal with the holidays. So, all right, I sent them a New Year's card, and I really just wanted to say hello, and I hope that your new year is wonderful. And here's a cute little calendar that you can keep on your desk. And with that one, I just put my standard logo on the back because that's what it said to me. It didn't need any holiday embellishment on it because these people don't really want to celebrate a holiday. So why put it on there, right? And just so that you know, the front of that card is one that I custom made from a picture, again, that I took. And just put my own wording on it, and there you have it. All right. So simple, doesn't take a lot of extra effort, but I do like to make sure that I personalize it. And I have, again, a picture of my husband and I in the bottom of that. And that was actually from the balloon trip that we took last year, too. So that would be how I take care of honoring my different types of contacts. And that's it.
Awesome. I've been taking
very quick
notes.
And simple.
I've been taking notes. That first card, I just wanted to go back and just reframe. It's actually a card that's in a very special series. Maybe you could explain and share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, that is. SendOutCards created, very similar to the First Impressions campaign, they created a series of cards that are called holiday cards. And they're on the same stock and the same general formatting as the holiday cards. As the First Impressions campaign. As you can tell with the picture that you can pop in and all of that, the same card stock. So that's a separate campaign that you can purchase from SendOutCards and try and do your own thing with it. There's, I believe, 4 different cards in there. There was a Happy Holidays, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and a Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, very cool. And I love the creative backs. That's just nice. That's cool. And Carol's extremely good because of her IT background. She can really get in there and graphically have some fun with it. But, you know, all the businesses have various brand backs they have already done up, or they have graphic design departments they can access. And your marketing people can have
they can have a field day with it. And if you don't have those marketing people, I simply use PowerPoint to create most of mine. And then I just save it as a single picture and bring it in. It's very simple to do.
Yeah. And
Canva is another one.
Yeah.
A lot of people are using Canva. I've used that on a couple of mine. There's so many different options now that are very simple.
And all this can be found. People can learn how to do the branding on the back and the contacts and the groups through the system itself, right?
Yeah, there's tutorials on how to do all of that.
So, yeah, and you learned all that. Well, Carol doesn't watch the tutorial. She just figures it out.
Sorry, it is the way that I work. I just push buttons until it works.
Bajuin.
Exactly.
I can appreciate. Sometimes I have to do that myself. But yeah, and I you know, if last week you saw I did something similar like a New Year's card, I think that's just great.
Absolutely.
Especially, you know, do you find that you send New Year's cards out to people that maybe you're like, ooh, I forgot?
Well, that's the additional people that get added into that. Yeah, because if it comes to be, you know, the last week of December and it's like, oh dear, I didn't send one out to this person, or I've just recently met them and I wanted to add them to my list of people that I want to be able to keep in contact with, then yeah, it's very simple, especially because we have the app on the phone now. So just like that First Impressions campaign, you can simply launch that card right from your phone.
Awesome. And as far as deadlines for SendOutCards, what are they and what are your thoughts on that?
Well, the U.S. Post Office has a deadline of it should be in the mail by December 15th this year in order to get there for Christmas. However, depending on what you're sending it for, or if you just want it to get there, period, because of the general message that it has, you can send it anytime.
Absolutely. And what do people what's the feedback you get from your holiday cards?
Oh, they absolutely love them. They're just like, they're so creative and so personal because you're just adding a piece of you to everything that you do.
Cool. I'm good. That's all the questions I think I could possibly add here.
I think that's good, and I think we can wrap it up here.
That's right. So thank you so much for joining us. If you wish to contact us for more information, that's great, but feel free to just get right back to the person that sent you here today.
Definitely. And thank you for letting me be the guest speaker as well as the co-host today. And it was really great. So have a happy holiday.
We'll see you next week.
Absolutely.